The Zirelli mating festival was supposed to be the grandest celebration on the icy moon of Talvanar. Bright streamers fluttered in the frigid wind, crystalline lanterns floated above white stone pavilions, and the air was filled with song, laughter, and the flutter of wings, except around her. Sira Vren stood near the edge of the main square, the only Zirelli female still unclaimed. It was her third cycle attending the festival. She should have had a mate by now, perhaps even two. Zirelli nobility were known for their polyamorous unions, but none had even approached her. Her family had stopped attending out of shame. Her nest sisters had ceased speaking to her altogether. Why? 'Cause she was different. Taller than most. Stronger. Sharper of wing and tongue. And worst of all, she had a streak of human curiosity. Sira had spent cycles studying Terran culture, speaking with a human ambassador stationed on Talvanar, even modifying her accent and dress slightly to emulate what she found beautiful in their ways. It was not welcomed. Now she stood alone at twilight, watching others pair off, wings entwined in moonlit embrace. Still unchosen, came a sneering voice. It was Jex Talon, a warrior caste male with gleaming plumage and 3 bonded mates. Maybe next century, Sira. Or maybe try the humans you're so obsessed with. She turned away, biting down her retort. The idea echoed too loud in her mind. The humans. There was one she hadn't seen in the crowd yet. Assigned to the ambassadorial lodge just beyond the capital. He was known as Corporal Nathan Reed. Ex-military, quiet, observant, scarred by some Terran conflict she hadn't dared ask about. Kind. He'd spoken to her like she mattered once. Even smiled when she rambled about Zirelli courting customs. He didn't laugh. He listened. Maybe. Well, it would be foolish to. But her feet were already moving. The lodge was simple, nestled among crystal blossom trees, warmed by a hum of Terran tech. She hesitated outside, her wings trembling against the cold. Her heart beat like a war drum. Then she knocked. The door opened within moments. Nathan stood there in simple clothing, eyes surprised, then softening. Sira. Everything all right? She inhaled sharply. I need to ask something of you. Favor. Or a mercy. I don't know what to call it in Terran terms. He gestured her in. Whatever it is, you look like you're freezing. Come in. Sit down. Want something warm? She nodded mutely, stepping inside. The heat was like an embrace. He handed her a steaming cup of something Terran, sweet and spiced. Now, he said gently. What's wrong? She stared into the mug. No one claimed me. Again. The festival's almost over. I'm running out of time. Time for what? Mating eligibility. If I remain unbonded past this cycle, my family may disown me entirely. My caste rank will drop. I'll be considered unfit. He blinked. That's harsh. It's how it is. A long silence passed. Then she looked up. Nathan, would you consider becoming my mate? The cup paused halfway to his lips. Sira, I know it's absurd. I know I'm not human. I know our species are different and our lives short compared to yours, but you're the only one who's ever seen me for who I am. The only one who didn't flinch at my strength or scoff at my ideas. I'm not asking for forever. Just enough to reclaim dignity. Enough to be whole. He set his cup down. I'm not offended. Just surprised. I never thought. No, that's not true. I did think about it. Once or twice. He stared stunned. Nathan rubbed the back of his neck. You're beautiful, Sira. Not just physically. You've got fire, race, wit. And yeah, you're different. But that's not a bad thing. Then, you'd consider it. I would. She inhaled sharply, her wings shivering with suppressed emotion. But, he said gently, if we do this, we do it right. Not some arrangement for appearances. If I become your mate, I won't pretend. She looked into his eyes, unsure. You mean you'd do it sincerely? Even if it means joining my caste, living among my people? I've done harder things, he said with a small smile. And for far worse reasons. She stepped forward. Then, let us begin the bond. The Zerelli bond ceremony was held before sunrise the next day. Sira stood in the frost-lit temple square, not expecting more than a few witnesses. Instead, the square was filled. Word had spread, perhaps out of curiosity more likely to mock. And yet, when Nathan stepped beside her, dressed in ceremonial silver, he didn't flinch at the whispers. He took her hand, looked her in the eye. I'm here, he said. Let them watch. The priestess stumbled slightly when reading the rites, uncertain how to address a human. But Nathan recited the oaths perfectly, in Zerelli tongue. He even bowed his head the way her people did, pressing his forehead gently to hers. Gasps rang out across the square. Sira felt tears rising. Not from shame. From something far more rare in her life, acceptance. When the rites ended, Nathan kissed her. Not in the restrained way her kind preferred, but in the bold, passionate way humans did. And the crowd fell utterly silent. The weeks that followed were strange and beautiful. Zerelli high caste members avoided her still, but the lower castes came forward. Warriors, traders, even young students. They asked questions about Terran customs, about human loyalty, about love. Sira had become a bridge, the first of her kind to bond with a Terran. Not for diplomacy, not for politics, but for something pure. Yet all was not peaceful. One evening, a group of elite winged nobles confronted them in the market square. You've disgraced our traditions, Sira Vren, sneered Lady Zeli. You've mated with a creature not of our bloodline. Human. You should be stripped of caste and exiled. Nathan stepped forward calmly. Back off, she sneered. This doesn't concern you, alien. Oh, I think it does. Without raising his voice, Nathan told them of Earth's own caste-free philosophies, of love beyond species and rank. He spoke of wars fought to preserve the right to choose, the right to live freely. I won't let you shame her, he said. You think you're high caste, but you act like cowards. Real strength. It's in standing by someone when no one else will. His words, translated through a soft-tone device, echoed like thunder. The nobles backed away, silenced. Sira turned to him, her wings trembling. I don't deserve you, she whispered. Nathan shook his head. You deserve the world. Spring melted Talvaner's snow into glistening rivers. Festivals resumed. This time, Sira and Nathan were no longer pariahs. They were icons. Young Zerelli approached her with questions. Many humans requested postings to Talvaner. Cross-species bonds, tentative, awkward, hopeful, began to bloom. One night, curled beneath a sky-lit dome, Nathan traced the lines of her wings. I've been thinking, he said, about Earth. You ever want to see it? Her eyes widened. Would they even allow me? I've already asked. You'd be the first Zerelli on Earth. An ambassador of your people. She swallowed hard. What if I don't fit in? He smiled. Then we'll not fit in together. She laughed softly. I love you, Nathan Reed. He kissed her forehead. And I you, Sira Vren. Years passed. Not all were kind. There were conflicts, struggles, backlash from purists, even assassination attempts. But nothing stopped them. Because every time someone said she was unworthy, Nathan reminded her she was more than enough.